Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a qualitative research, and I choose the techniques in teaching listening skills. The author is Hidayah Noor, and this research or this journal project or case was developed in a school from the students are from 10th grade, and the school name is Mentri Bajar Samin in the year 2009-2010. In this research, the author mentioned the skills and also the research purpose was to find out what are the skills or the strategies that teachers can use in the school for be able to help students to reach or to gain the better listening skills. As students as a second language, it's very important to develop the listening skill, and is I think so is the first skill the students of a second language develop first. First the writing, first the reading, first the any other one. So, according to the qualitative research, we need to find out the record keeping, the process of the observation, and the ethnography research, and the focus group one and the interviews. So in this case, this research based on the observation, and they document the score of the students who has a different tests to evaluate it. It's not according to numbers, but this research is both quantitative and qualitative. So according to the scores that was finding here on the results that they getting on the data collecting, they can make a deeply observation and analyzing the data by using a descriptive analysis and summarizing all the information and interpreting what is the results about. The gender, they have both females and males. And first of all, there was a 127 students, but because it's a lot of students, they started making by classes, different classes, A, B, and Z, and D, and F, and 4 students per class. So was mixed females and males. So that is the gender in the class. Rate is the 10th grade students from this school. And what else that is called my attention over here, where they say in the interview they did also couple interviews, but according to the data, the results, they just noticed that over here, um, some techniques in teaching, okay, analyzing, is the script quality analysis. And also, the data was writing from that and to show the techniques in teaching listening in students' ability in listening class. So at the conclusion of that information, they use the inductive method to simplify to one in general. So this research is intended to know the students' ability in listening classes of 10th grade. And according to the data, and they have to answer some question. Of course, this is the discussion, the techniques that the teacher used, how they apply in the listening class. So they use the information transfer, the paraphrasing and translating, the answering in questions, and summarizing, filling in blanks, answering to show comprehension of message, and they just got that according to the student ability and information transfer technique. So we are not going to talk about the numbers, but this technique was effective in teaching listening for the students of the main three Bajarsat. And the students felt like it's easier to answer the question by matching the picture based on the monologue they listening, and the students were not having difficult in comprehending visual materials such as pictures. And according to the ability in paraphrasing and translating techniques, they just mentioned that this technique, the questions using this technique well, but that means that some they can answer the question enough based on the documentary results of the ability of the students in paraphrasing and translating technique. They answered to the question good enough, but in translating technique and involves in a various category. So at this time, the technique that could they could use and they found more easier was the information transfer technique. Remember that they apply very many techniques to or tests to get these results. The students' ability in answering question techniques, because they have to listen to audios and then answer to some questions. Some of them, some techniques were easier, and other one a little bit difficult for them according to the skills, the teaching, the learning skill, and listening skills. So the students of the 10th grade at Main 3 by German academic year 2009 and 2010 answer the question of summarizing technique belongs to high category, but this technique is less effective in teaching listening for the students at Main 3 by Jarsim. Why? This is the student's ability in summarizing technique. Because the students are still having difficulty in retell the dialogue using their own words. So the other one, the student's ability in filling in blanks techniques. According to this technique, that means that they answer the question well, but based on the documentary result of the ability of the students in filling blanks technique, they answer the question very good, but the techniques involving a very small category. So they can answer and they can involve and they can understand, but according to the score of the students in the 10th grade, was less effective. This technique was less effective in teaching listening for the students at MEN 3 by Jersey. Maybe because the students still having difficulty and complete the dialogue using the words they have listening on the cassette.